So let's begin recreating the isometric drawing that we have right over here. There are 3 rules that we need to follow when we start to create our drawings. The first one is that we always want to draw from the top down. And so what I mean by that is when we start our drawing, we're going to actually draw these outer lines first on the top of the shape right here. And then from there, we'll work our way by drawing our vertical edges or vertical lines, and then finally complete the bottom part of the drawing. So we always draw from the top down. The second rule is that all pencil lines should be drawn on a grid line. And what I mean by that is that whenever you start drawing, every single line that you create is going to be on one of the previously made grid lines. Okay, so we never ever have a line that's going like in between or somewhere else. Everything is always drawn on one of the grid lines. The third rule is that we want to make sure our paper is vertical. So right now you can see that I've got my isometric grid paper here, and the paper is vertical. This would be considered horizontal, which is what we don't want for this type of drawing. So I got those 3 rules, and once we understand those, we can actually start. So I'm going to create this outer portion of the shape first. And we can see that if I've got my shape in this position, this first line is going on this angle, and then it changes and goes 90 degrees the other way. So I'll start right over here, and you can start wherever you want on your piece of paper. But I'm just going to create a little dot in a couple places, because I know as I look at this, it goes one triangle, and then it goes the second triangle as well. Alright, so here's one triangle, and then this would be a second one. So this is going to go 2 spots. I'm going to take and draw my lines in just like that. Next I'm going to draw this one, and this is going to be 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to count over here. I go 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to turn my paper just a little bit so it makes it a little easier to draw my lines. Next one is 2 triangles. And I'm going to go and finish this whole section here. Each one of these is 1 triangle side. 1. Just like that. So now we can see that I've got the top portion drawn. My next step after I draw the top is to start working my way down on the shape. And again, I'm making sure that all of my pencil lines are staying on a grid line, and I keep my paper vertical as I keep drawing. So I'm going to draw these portions with these edges right over here next, and those are all 1 triangle going down. Just like that. Now if I wanted to, I could have drawn just this first portion and then connected the line, but for me personally, I like to do all the vertical edges next for this shape. So I've got all of these drawn, and now my last step is to draw the bottom edges. So I'm going to turn my paper a little bit, makes it easier. Draw my first one. I've got this angle right here. So again, now I'm going to go up with it, just like that. So I'm doing the same exact angle as I can see. Finishing this one. And there's my last line. And so that is how you create an isometric drawing. And again, as long as you follow these 3 rules, you should be good to go.